This is Mark with MotorCarTrader.com, and we are going to look at the under the bonnet, yes, this is a bonnet, of this 1973 Jaguar E-Type Series 3 V12 Roadster. Talk a little bit about the engine. We went on the outside and talk the outside of the car and some of the mechanicals, but let's get a little bit more in depth of talking about this car under the bonnet, or under the hood, as some people would say. This car runs excellent, great compression across the board, as I mentioned earlier. The emissions items have been taken off this car at some point. We do have the rails that go on it, but they're not functional because we took them off. It's been bypassed. It doesn't need that, and it actually provides for more power. Carburetors were rebuilt, and the engine has been detailed and cleaned, powder coated. The manifolds have all been redone and painted in high temp paint. A newer compressor. It's got an aluminum radiator, and the carburetors, as I said, the carburetors were rebuilt. Compression, we talked about that. Electronic ignition, fires up really great. Of course, you put the choke on full. You don't leave the choke on too long because you don't want to foul plugs. I don't think anybody wants to replace 12 plugs all the time. But the cam towers were resealed at one point, but new shocks. We installed new shocks in the front of this car. You can see in the valley here, where there's typically a lot of oil leaks from, valve cover leaking and cam towers leaking, is very clean. There's the original engine number. This is a matching numbers car, as I said earlier. There is the original tag. It's not a replacement with ridiculously large font on it, like several of these cars have. Very original and tidy under here. The heater motor does work. That was replaced. Put a new heater motor on it. Let's go on the other side. There is the bonnet and new battery. Just very clean. The frame rails are very nice. They're green, the same original color for the car. And here is the original key. Ignition key is on the firewall of this car. That's what they did when these cars were new. They put the ignition key on the firewall. I guess if you knew how to get in the bonnet, you would know how to start the car, or figure out how to start the car with this key. Not the safest place for it, but that's where they were originally. The linkage works good and everything. It doesn't hang up. Throttle linkage, but AC blows cold, as I mentioned earlier. But original matching numbers underneath the bonnet is very clean and painted. And we'll look back here at the spare tire compartment, which we'll have pictures of. This is the convertible top boot, which is brown, dark brown, and the jack, the original jack this car came with. And underneath the trunk or boot area is also very clean, as you would expect. No assumptions with any car, of course, and underneath, if we look underneath this area here, is all the original green paint. Speaking of paint, back here underneath this belly pan here, when I purchased this car, it was painted black under here with black undercoat, and this is common for a lot of V12 E-Type Series 3s. I don't know why. I don't know if people are trying to cover rust or they just don't want to paint under there, but we stripped it. There was no rust. We did strip it, and it came out really nice. Paint it in the original color, as it's supposed to be. One of my pet peeves is finding these cars with undercoating under where it's not supposed to be. There's a lot of undercoating underneath this car. They came that way originally, but it's not supposed to be under this pan. So we stripped it, painted it. We took off the bumper, took off all the lights, took off the flashing, and we painted it correctly back there to match the rest of the car. So there it is, the 1973 Jaguar E-Type Series 3 V12 that we're offering for sale, that we own at MotorCarTrader.com. And we spend a lot of time with these cars to get to know them. I've driven this car about 250, 300 miles, maybe more than that. but have enjoyed it and will continue to enjoy it and give it exercise until it finds a new home. But we will have a driving video and a walk around video outside with the top down. And I'm not gonna be able to we still have some pollen here, so we may see some pollen on the outside of the car. But please, if you have any questions, contact me. I'm the owner of this company. My name is Mark, and my company is called motorcartrader.com. We've been doing this for close to 30 years, mostly concentrating on Jaguar E-types. I know these cars well. We've bought and sold probably close to 300 of them. But in any case, please reach out, give me a call, got any questions, be happy to answer them for you and discuss this great car. Take care and have a good day. Thanks for checking us out.